Hey, welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Today we are going to review a budget-friendly food processor. This Black+Decker 450 watt. The model number is FP1600WC. 2-year warranty, 8-cup food processor. And it is 45 bucks Canadian on Amazon. So we're going to run it through 4 tests. We're going to see how it does with cucumber, some cabbage, some carrots, and some cheese. So what I can first tell you is the suction cups are strong, but there's not a whole lot to it. There's not a lot of weight to it. I do like that the cord sort of stows away underneath here. What I can tell you is I'm going to need an extension cord because this is maybe a 2-foot cable. All right, I'm back. Starting out first thing, not really thrilled with that little tiny short extension cord. 8-cup jar. I believe when we did it, yeah, has to go on that way. We really messed around with that several times. So it's got a chopping blade, which is not reversible, or is it? Yes, it is reversible. Reversible chopping blade for slicing and for shredding. We got our shaft here, all plastic. That
just goes right on.
Like that. No. What am I doing wrong here?
Hold on, we got this. Surely it has to.
Well, what's going on here?
What if you just put that on there? No?
Put what on there? This? No.
Place center, shaft, on the oh.
Okay. This is not Black+Decker's fault. This is Mark's fault. Unlike any food processor I've used before, however, doesn't mean that it is not accurate. So slicing, put that on. 1 button, on and off, I believe.
Pulse and on.
Pulse and on. So we're going to start with a cucumber. So first test, pretty impressed. Let's have a look. All right, that's actually a pretty fairly decent size of how you'd want to slice cucumbers if you're making pickles or whatever. So that's a pretty good start. You may want to put the blade back on. Let's try shredding. And we could shred a chunk of raw cabbage here, and let's see what happens. Okay, plunger. Okay, so it didn't shred all the cabbage as we could see, and it would be pretty inconsistent. Would it shred a carrot? Well, let's find out. All right, so the carrot seems to have shredded pretty consistently. As you could see there, Jamie, I think you could see that. So carrot salad, baking with carrots, anything like that, seems to have done a pretty good job. We've got the chopping blade here. The shaft goes underneath as well, like we did before. You can see there's a couple grooves here that fit, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see. So basically, you just drop that down inside, and it kind of locks into place. So I think what I'm going to try to do, and I don't know if this is going to be able to do it or not, but I'm just going to throw in that cabbage in here, and it's maybe a little, well, it's not that much cabbage, really. And I'm going to throw this on. I think I'll put the plunger in, and let's just see what happens. Okay, so it didn't do too bad. So I must say the blade is a little bit tricky to get off. There we go. If I take that off here, you could see pretty consistent. I mean, it's shredded. Like now, obviously you could shred it for not as long of a time, but it's quite shredded. So it did a pretty good job. So now what I want to do, I'm going to give this a quick empty, and I'm going to see if it can actually shred like a whole carrot right from that same process. So let me empty this out. So I'm just going to cut this carrot up kind of rough here. sorry, I know it was a little bit blocked off, but that's a pretty good sized piece of carrot. So this may be sort of pushing to the limits of this food processor, but let's see what happens when we fire that on. Okay, so I'm pretty impressed, I must say. Now, first thing I noticed, there is one bigger chunk left over here, but I purposely turned it off so it wouldn't be totally destroyed, the carrot totally shredded, sorry. So you can see there, it's a little bit inconsistent. There's some bigger pieces, but not overall pretty impressive. Raw carrots, they're pretty hard, and it takes quite a bit of torque to do that. So for a budget machine, I'm pretty impressed. So let me get rid of these and get a little cleanup here.
If you gave that a bit of a stir and then did it again, you'd probably get more even results too.
I think that's a great point, Jamie. All right, so the last test we're going to do here, I have a chunk of cheddar cheese. So I just want to see how it shreds it. Now, I was just saying to Jamie before we started this test, I don't know why you would ever use a food processor to shred cheese, but I figured, you know what? Let's just try it and see what happens. All right, so let's fire this up. All right, let's open it up and see what we got. So obviously we have some residual cheese. So my first initial thought on this, as far as design flaw goes, in my opinion, I don't know if you can see, but there's a very, very thin, like maybe 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch gap here. There's a chunk of cucumber that's been there, and I've rinsed this. Now, mind you, I haven't tried to use something to get in there, but I've rinsed this about 3 or 4 times, and that piece of cucumber is not coming out. And now you got cheese in there. I'll likely have to use a butter knife or something along those lines to try to get in there. So that's a little bit of an issue in my view. But as far as shredding cheese, I'm pretty impressed. Jamie, what do you think?
It's shredded.
Like, I had just finished saying that I don't know when I would ever use a food processor to shred cheese.
It's ready for the nachos.
But it's ready for the chos or the pizza or whatever. So, yeah, pretty impressed. One thing we didn't mention that Jamie had brought up, because it's a big factor for him, is, and I looked it up, it was on the box, it is dishwasher safe. So what I can tell you about this top portion, I don't know what the fancy name for it is this section that's in here, especially if you're doing cheese, which, again, I don't know if you ever would, but this was a nightmare to clean, nightmare, and to dry, because I had to use a piece of paper towel, fold it in half to dry it. So that's a bit of a flaw in my opinion. This as well, and this is me being picky, but hey, this is a review. You'll see inside the handle here, there's all these little holes. So water gets inside of there. There's no way anywhere to dry that. So that water will just sort of sit in there. So to me, that's a bit of a problem. But I must say, for this food processor at $45 Canadian, has far exceeded my expectations. And I'll tell you why. I had very little expectations for an appliance that was so budget friendly. I think this would be absolutely perfect for somebody just starting out, moving out of their parents' house for the first time, or someone who's on a budget and doesn't have a lot of money to spend on small appliances. It certainly did a great job with vegetables and the cheese and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for something to chop vegetables that's light and easy to move around, that doesn't take up a lot of storage, this is probably a really good option for you. As far as a $45 item, I was very impressed with how well it did against the test that we put it against. And for somebody who's looking for a budget-friendly food processor, I would recommend this. That is our video. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.